All right, so our first act is for this afternoon. We have John Paul Chalykoff, and he's from Wawa, Michpicawton, and he's going to perform some songs, children's songs that he's composed in Anishinaabe, and he's been doing this since 2012. So this is actually his first time doing this as a live performance. So everybody, give a round of applause for Mr. John Paul.
Bonjour, John Paul Chalykoff, Indigenous Cause, Wawan Donjiba, Minwa Dashki, Ondadazian, Wede, Michipigodong, Ijinikade, Eshkonaganing, Wenjabayan, Michipikatan, First Nation, Ijinikade, Jaganashimong, Apajan Migwech Wenda, Mayaya, Mioma, Nongo, Oma, Wikwem Kong, Oma, Monidominising, Apajan Migwech Wendam, Yayan, Oma. So my name is John Paul. Going to be playing a few songs that I've written over the years. I'll give some brief explanations about them before jumping into them. This first one I wrote in 2012. It's about it was the first time I decided to try taking an attempt at writing a song there, and I had my friend Perry Bebemash help me with the lyrics on it, and then came up with the music for it. Basically, the inspiration behind the whole idea was that there's a lot of I've heard a lot of English nursery rhymes and English songs translated into Anishinaabe, but I wanted to write some new and original ones there that could be used in homes or classrooms and those kind of things. So this first one's called Enanzawa the Wansiak. It's about some Wansiak, the animals, and some of their colors there. So I'll just jump into it. Makikio jawish kwazo, makikio jawish kwazo, ani shenanza the makiki. Makikio jawish kwazo, makikio jawish kwazo. Wabos wabish kizi, wabos wabish kizi, ani shenanza wabos. Wabos, wabish kizi, wabos, wabish kizi. Makwa, makadewize, makwa, makadewize, ani shenanza makwa. Makwa, makadewize, makwa, makadewize. Wagusho zawazu, wagusho zawazu, anishinanze wagush. Wagusho zawazu, wagusho zawazu. Wawashkesh akiwazu, wawashkesh akiwazu, anishinanze wawashkesh. Wawashkesh akiwazu, wawashkesh akiwazu. Da 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 da. Misa enanzu wada wesiya. Are you able to grab the capo from my case? It'll be in the little slot in the guitar case itself. And then there's a little slot with the silver. Yeah. So I wrote that one in 2012, end of the year 2012, and then there was a long gap between the next one there, and I knew I wanted to do more, and I showed people some of the songs once in a while, or the song I should say once in a while, and then but I went a long time without actually writing or recording another one there, and until this year actually. So between 2012 and this year, I was thinking about it and incubating ideas, and then I finally got around to it back in April, and jumped into this song there. I taught ngi kinwa gewan ngi iwade wawa K to 8 gagets ago zanagut kinwa gewan. It was pretty tricky, tough job being a teacher there. Anyone that's done the numbers, I think they know that people catch on to 1 to 5 pretty fast, and then get a little tongue-tied counting up to 6 to 10 there. So I just wanted a little song melody to go together to kind of make counting a little bit easier and putting different patterns in that. So I came up with this one. So this was the next song after. Niswe niwen basic niche, niswe niwen basic niche, niswe niwen basic niche, niswe basic need to sweat, basic need to sweat, basic need to sweat, basic need to sweat, basic niche, niswe niwen on in the da sweat, niche was sweat, niche was sweat, strong sweat, mid da sweat, basic niche, niswe niwen on in basic knees, this way, when basic knees, this way, when basic knees, this way, when basic knees, this way. Basic knees to sweat, basic knees to sweat, basic knees to sweat, basic knees to sweat, basic knees, this way, when on in the sweat, knees was sweat, this was sweat, tongue sweat, with the sweat, basic knees, this way, when on in the sweat, knees was sweat, this was sweat, tongue sweat, with the sweat. Knees, knee, when in good, das when this was when mid, das when. Knees, knee, when in good, das when this was when mid, das when. Knees, knee, when in good, das when this was when mid, das when. Knees, knee, when in good, das when this was when mid, das when. Knees, knee, when in good, das when this was when mid, das when. Knees, knee, when in good, das when this was when mid, das when. Basic knees, this when he went on in good das when knees was when this was when songs when with das when basic knees, this when he went on in good das when knees was when this was when songs when with das when with das when songs when knees was when in good das when on in me when this when knees mean what basic. Miigwech. This next one's, I tried coming up with like a conversation in my head there that I suppose anyone that's worked with kids or has their own kids that you gotta, when it gets cold there, you gotta remind them to get dressed and put on their clothes there. So just had this little song asking if the weather's, is it still cold? And then I kind of came up with like this character voice that kind of reminds me of like a Muppet, just kind of like an old Muppet that's kind of angry and like, yeah, it's cold. And then the parent character's kind of like, well, put on some clothes there, and then the old Muppet responds that, yeah, I'm putting them on, kind of thing there. So this one's called Giabe na Gisina. Giabe na Gisina, Giabe Gisina. Visa kange makisinan, visa kanan makisinan. Giabe na Gisina, Giabe Gisina. Visa kange bisquagen. Giabe na Gisina, Giabe Gisina. Visa kange wiwe kwan, Visa kange wiwe kwan. Giabe na Gisina, Giabe Gisina. Visa kauge minje kawana. Wagner, Mr. Coroner. Giabe na Gisina, Howin Giabe Gisina Sinon. Giabe na Gisina, Howin Giabe Gisina Sinon. Gawin Giabe Gisina Sinon. English. So I had this other one this next one in my head. It started off as one song, and then it kind of took on a life of its own. So I'm going to show the original version of it. But the whole idea was to get kids to kind of burn some energy on the spot there. So like using like Becca to like slow down, and then Bimo saying the walk in place there kind of thing to get them walking in place, and then Weep to hurry up and Bimupton hurry up and run kind of thing, and then rotating between the two of them there. And it's basically that's all this song's about there. Just a simple little thing that I wrote to try getting like some activity out of a child there. Becca, Bimosin, Becca, Bimosin, Becca. Becca, Bimosin, Becca, Bimosin, Becca. Where we bimibit, where we bimibit, where we. Where we bimibit, where we bimibit, where we. Becca, Bimosin, Becca, Bimosin, Becca. Becca, Bimosin, Becca, Bimosin, Becca. Where we bimibit, where we bimibit, where we. Where we bimibit, where we bimibit, where we. Becca, Bimosin, Becca, Bimosin. Becca, bimosin, Becca. So that song, it's taken a life on of its own there, and it kind of turned into two other songs there. And I was originally gonna make them the way that they sound now and try combining them, but you'll hear after why they pretty much had to take on the life of their own there. So the next one's it's Becca Bimosin again, but it's added on with almost taking on like a life of where it's like imagining someone like dreaming almost, like it starts Becca Bimosin, they slow down and walk, and it's Becca Bimshka, and to like slow down and paddle, and then Becca Bimisin to slow down and fly, and it's kind of almost like imagining like a dream almost kind of thing there. So I'll jump into that one next. Becca bimosin, Becca bimosin, Becca. Becca bimosin, Becca bimosin, Becca. Becca bimishkan, Becca bimishkan, Becca. Becca bimishkan, Becca bimishkan, Becca. Becca bimisin, Becca bimisin, Becca. Becca bimisin, Becca bimisin, Becca. Becca bimosin, Becca bimosin, Becca. Becca bimosin, Becca bimosin, Becca. Oh, thank you much. And then I guess this is my last one there that I'll be finishing off with. It's the total opposite of that one. It's from Becca Bimosin to Wewipimapton, to Hurry Up and Run. And this is where I like playing old rock music like Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, and a little bit of that kind of came out in this one there. And yeah, I don't know if many teachers would enjoy playing it in the classroom, but kind of hoping also like to not just make music that towards little kids, like kind of like maybe teenagers might like this one a little bit more kind of thing, and just trying to reach different ages and different audiences, and like hope that people of all ages could kind of enjoy it kind of thing there. So this one's where we Mipton or Bumapton. miigwach, inwa, apajen miigwach renda mayaya no ma wikwem kong, chinendam, miigwach kanawaya bezin dawayak, minwa dash, bejaya komanongom, mio, miigwach.